This is what little brothers do. Ah! Little brothers do when big sisters are trying to be serious because you try to get it so it hits her on the head. Ah, see, did it? Hello. How are you?
Did you notice I have my Texas shirt on?
She's being a lesbian right now.
Which is a good thing! Are we sitting or standing?
I don't know, but we'll sit until we need to stand. Can you guys still see us if we sit? Yeah. Sort of. How about if I do this?
No, because you'll fall. we were backstage there for a few minutes, and he's messing around backstage on a chair, and I said, if you fall, I'm not coming to visit you in the hospital.
That's what our mother used
to say to us. She would say,
so, I mean, how we usually run this again? You guys
let's have, Pepe, is it Pepe, I think. Put up the picture, the first picture we brought, if you would, please.
Oh, no. That's me in the dress. Oh, well, where is it? Where's it going?
He's gonna break it. There's the first one. Bring up the second one, because that one we need to, is my
That was
favorite.
the first day that we were getting ready to go on to, was that the QE2?
Yes, I think so.
That was when we were getting ready to leave our house in Glasgow to go sail across the ocean on the Queen.
This is my favorite one. Okay, so this is in Florida, early 70s, right?
Yep.
And, I know, look, right? My mother put him in a shirt and a tie.
Just take it back up.
Florida. Put it back up again for a minute.
Keep it up there.
Keep it up for a minute, please. Thank you. So my mom's got him in a shirt and a tie in Florida, and you can tell, you can date this.
No.
The second one. Let's have the second one back.
You told us to give you 10 seconds. We're giving you 10 seconds. You're not doing what we're saying. Go back to the other picture.
Second picture, please.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I love it when someone says, do this, do this, do this. You do it, and then they screw it up.
Oh, poor guy back there.
Go back.
There we go. Second one. There it is.
There you go. Now leave it. Don't move it.
Thank you.
Go.
So he's in a tie and a shirt, right? And his little shorts. But my favorite is, this is pre-sunscreen. Some of you will remember that, right? And so I have the white nose.
Yeah, why would anybody let themselves be photographed like that?
Zinc oxide, right? Zinc oxide, yeah.
You keep taking it down. Put the picture back up.
Please, please.
I'll tell you when to take it down. You're ruining our gig and our stories and our flow here, for Christ's sake. Not only does she have that white stuff on her face, but I represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. I'm all legs, no torso. It's hysterical. Look at that. Are you wearing shorts or a skirt?
I'm wearing a skirt.
A skirt.
A skirt. Do you remember skirts?
Excellent.
Yes. Now you can go to the one of us as adults.
Yay!
Yeah, he's gonna put it up.
You know what? Let's just.
There we go.
There you go.
There it is.
That's how it normally is. So we'll go right to questions.
Thank you.
For you guys. So if you want to line up again, there's the microphone over that way. Take your time. Don't rush. Don't knock anybody down. Be civil. Yep. I want you all to do a supermodel walk when you do it. Ready? Everybody, supermodel. Everybody go. Everybody, supermodel, go! Nice, Uhura. Oh, there's two Uhuras. Fantasy come true. Double whores. Oh. We'll just go right with the questions. Yes.
Hi, my first question's for Carole.
Honey, pull that microphone down in front of you. Pretend it's me. There you go.
For Carole. She might rather pretend it's me.
Oh no, there's something wrong about that. And even as a gay man, there's something wrong about that. Yes.
As a fellow older sister, younger brothers never really stop being little brothers. So what's it like working with your little brother?
It is awful. Awful. He is absolutely no fun. I have to keep trying to do things just to get a laugh. It's a nightmare. What can I say? It's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. And it is probably, and we've said this before, it's probably one of the great joys. This is going to be my serious answer.
She's going to cry. Oh my God.
It's really...
She's going through menopause. She's going to cry.
I go through menopause. He's in menopause. It's a lot of fun. We have found that it's kept both of us a little bit younger because we've always been about 15 in our heads. Occasionally he's 5. But we've both been young kids, and these projects have really kept us young and laughing at each other, with each other. And
there's times when we're in the car together and we're working, and most of the stuff that we do, it either happens. For instance, tomorrow night when we're flying back, my mother doesn't know this, so don't post this on YouTube, please.
Yeah, no, it's a secret.
This is a secret. We're flying back and we're surprising my mom that Carol's coming back with me. So on the plane, what we're gonna do is plan a bunch of stuff, and we'll talk about things in the future about, we're talking about graphic novels, we're talking about books, we're talking about all sorts of stuff. We'll do that, but in the middle of it, we'll end up saying something to each other or laughing hysterically and guffawing for like an hour and crying and not able, and then we're like, we were supposed to get work done. We couldn't because we were just laughing, and people on the plane are like that.
Oh yeah.
Those two are loonies.
We were driving one time to a signing up in Manchester, and we actually had to pull the car over because he was wetting his pants from laughing so hard. And I was laughing so hard, and I was trying, I kept trying to say, you are not staying straight in the road, get off the road, and we literally were on the side of the road laughing, just hysterically laughing.
I might also say she was wetting herself too, but not because she was laughing, because she had 3 kids. Oh, come on! She's had it all fixed now.
I will have you know, I've had that fixed.
You've had it fixed. Yes, with a part of a pig, so now you really oink oink.
He is so bad.
She's my big sister, I can rip her. Ow! Now,
don't keep rubbing.
Somebody else did that, I might enjoy it, but not from my sister.
Anyway,
yes,
whatever.
Next question.
I actually have a question for you, John. Just being a fan of Captain Jack, it just seems like there's a whole lot of Captain Jack in you. I was just curious. Just my observation. Is there any differences? What would you say is the biggest differences? And also, the second part of my question.
Is there any differences in what?
Between your personality and Captain Jack.
There's not, there is, because I don't walk around with a gun shooting people that I think are bad. But the other thing is that there is a lot of John and Jack and a lot of Jack and John, and that's what I think, someone was asking me about this yesterday in an interview, and I think that's what makes him so likable, because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I think Jack wears his heart on his sleeve, and also I think that when you're watching a movie, or when you're watching theater, you're watching characters. When you're watching television, we as the actors, I think the things that we identify with are the characters that actually are a little like the people we're watching. Do you know what I mean? And that's what attracts you to them. So I just put a lot of, Jack was searching for the doctor all his life, trying to find him to hook up with them for whatever reasons. Yeah. And I, as a little boy, loved Doctor Who and wanted to be on the TARDIS and wanted to do that. So all of a sudden, I'm playing this guy on the TARDIS. I mean, so that excitement came through, that passion came through. But yeah, so there's a lot of Jack and John and a lot of John and Jack.
We should say too that the first time, remember after you had gone into Tennant's trailer, after you'd been announced as the face of Bo?
Yes.
Who the next person was that you called? And so he calls me and he says, are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? And I'm like, what's wrong? Because immediately you think, he's, lost his wallet and he can't buy me anything anymore. Or, you immediately go to the bad things. sense, you know, that he's forgotten my shoe size, or any of that. But anyway, so I said to him, what's going on? He's going, I am the face of Bo. And I am running up and down my living room screaming. My kids are like, okay, Mom's talking to Uncle John. That was pretty awesome.
And the second part of my question was character from Arrow, Merlin. Can you kind of talk about what parts of yourself is in that character?
I'm not saying that someone that he went, you're rich. I'm very comfortable. Thanks to all of you, and I appreciate it a great deal. Malcolm Merlin.
I think they're both a wee bit darker than you are.
Yeah, they are a little bit darker. Malcolm's a little bit darker than me, but what's really nice for me is the guy who plays Malcolm. I can be, because he's not nasty, he's not grumpy, he's just bad. But I like that. You know, and in a way that, you know, the thing that I put into him is the charm, I think, and that smile. So when he is ready to, you know, shoot you or kill you or do whatever with you, he's got a smile on his face.
Please shoot me.
Yeah. And so that is the way I probably like him, but I've yet to explore him more in a great deal, which because I'm a regular on the series next year. You're gonna see a lot of darker stuff. A lot of more smirking and smiling. I can't wait, and if I tell you any more, I'll have to gas all of you and kill you.
Now here, let me tell you what Carole is excited about. Not only is that he is going to be a regular on Arrow, but they film in Vancouver, and my other favorite show films in Vancouver, and I am going to try to talk him.
You think you're gonna come to Vancouver?
And I am gonna come to Vancouver and work on a project with John, and he's gonna get me under the supernatural set. And I would be happy to sacrifice myself for all of the women and men in the audience who would like to have both those J-boys.
Yes, yeah. But not only that, but Misha Man is my man. And you can't have him. He's my man.
You know what? I bet. The J-boys like girls, the J-boys like girls, the J-boys like girls, the J-boys like girls, so they would like me better.
I don't know, the J-boys like Captain Jack's what I'm told.
Anyway.
I don't know that for real. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
It's not gonna bite you.
It does feel like that. I have a question for John, actually, about differences in society and television between BBC and American television with Captain Jack, with Doctor Who and Torchwood with BBC. The sexuality was never so much an issue on the show. It was just part of the character, just like any sexuality for any character, no matter what orientation, was never made into a big deal.
Yes, you're telling me what I already know. What's the question?
The last season of Torchwood, however, seemed there was a shift, production, and I think, wasn't it Showtime that was doing it?
Stars, obviously you watched. So your criticism, you don't even know what channel it was on, but you're going to criticize it, right?
Well, I watched it when it finally aired on BBC America.
Sorry?
I watched it late.
It came on
Thank
BBC.
you, good.
It finally came out, and I waited.
So your criticism is?
The sensationalism, all of a sudden, the orientation, the omnisexuality of Captain Jack.
Well, you guys, the thing is, you know, I get very defensive when people criticize Torchwood because you still have the same writers. Russell was still a writer, and Jane Espenson was still a writer. So I don't know how we sensationalized it. We probably were more in your face with it a little bit because we were on a channel that allowed us to do a lot more. So Jack because the sole reason why Jack walked into that bar, right? And I appreciate your comments and stuff, but the sole reason Jack walked into that bar, we did that whole sequence with the bartender after that, was because Jack was human. He'd never experienced sex and sexuality as a human, because when if you go back in Torchwood, when he'd never sleep. That's why he had the room underneath the floor that he laid on a mattress and would just lay in darkness because he couldn't fall asleep. So therefore, when he was never able to enjoy a lot of his sexuality, but he thought, I want to see how it is as a human. I want to feel it as a human because I can feel pain. I can feel, without getting too graphic, that was the kind of route we wanted to take. And then with the Angelo character, we wanted to show you the romance, the true romance of it. And it wasn't so much of the omnisexuality that was forgotten about, but we covered that. And we had to do something different again in this series that, again, and to be honest with you, perhaps Russell wanted to shake America up a little bit. And, you know, show them that gay men do have sex. And there ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's what I wanted to really talk about. It's like,
sorry?
For American audiences, is that necessary? I mean, and also for the
Yes,
BBC.
Yes, it is necessary. Totally necessary. Because you've got so many bigoted people out there. And I'm sorry, because you're putting me on the defense here. There's so many people out there in this country, it is necessary. Are you a gay man or not?
No.
You're not? Okay. So perhaps then, being a gay man, you haven't lived in my shoes. You haven't been discriminated against. You haven't had people call you queer, faggot, that you don't belong on this planet, that you are someone who should go to hell. When you experience that, then you know why we put it on television and put it in people's faces.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about putting it on television. I'm just talking about the difference in existing between Doctor Who and Torchwood. It was
Doctor Who's
Hold
on a second.
It was normalized.
Hold on a second.
Everyday acceptance.
Hold on a second. Doctor Who's a children's show. Doctor Who's a children's show, so you can't put stuff in the face of children. That's for their parents to decide. Okay? And Torchwood is an adult show. So if I want to have sex with another man, I'll have sex with another man on that show.
All right. Next question, please.
Pissing me off.
All right, next question. Next question.
I have two questions.
Yes. What better be for me? Or he's gonna
It's for both of you.
All right, good. Where's your big bow? You had a big bow the other day.
In the first book of Hollow Earth, John, did you actually crumble pieces of bread in your sister's hair?
What a great
All
question.
the time.
All the time.
And the best time to do it is in the morning when you have toast.
Let me just follow up with this story. Everybody needs an Uncle John in their life, and I had, believe it or not, an Uncle Alec that was a lot like Uncle John in my life, and he would just teach me all the fun and terrible things to do to your siblings, right? The first time John could ever teach my kids all the things that would drive me nuts, he did them. So frequently. So their big thing when they all get together is I have two kids, a boy and a girl, and Claire and Turner and Uncle John would sneak into the bedroom where my husband and I would be sleeping wherever we are,